Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable Professor Dr. Arisa Tomo, SEMPD, and Aditya Pratama, SPD MPD, as my advisor lecturer, and for the examiner lecture. On this occasion, I will present my research with the title, The Effect of Entrepreneurship Education and Adversity Quotient on Entrepreneurial Intentions, mediated by entrepreneurial attitudes on state vocational high school students in East Jakarta. For the research background, industry digitalization has led to computers and robots replacing humans in the workforce, and there is a demographic bonus, which is many people of productive age are not qualified. It will be a challenge for Indonesia. So, industry digitalization and demographic bonus can make the unemployment rate in Indonesia increase. Based on the Global Entrepreneurship Index 2019, which measures a country's ability to foster entrepreneurship, Indonesia is in the 75th position out of 137 countries, which shows that there are not many entrepreneurs in Indonesia. So it is important that graduates not only think as job seekers, but also have the option to become entrepreneurs. Based on BPS data in February 2024, the open unemployment rate of vocational high school graduates remains the highest among graduates from other education level by 8.62%. The reason why researchers choose East Jakarta as the research area is because East Jakarta occupies the second position as the city with the highest open unemployment rate in DKI Jakarta at 7.24%. Although the East Jakarta region has great potential in business development. Pre-research was conducted at State Vocational High Schools 40 and 46 East Jakarta. From the diagram, only 23% students who want to become an entrepreneur. It means the entrepreneurial intentions of students at State Vocational High Schools 40 and 46 in East Jakarta are still relatively low. This is for the research background. Mardia et al. 2023 found entrepreneurship education has a positive and significant effect on entrepreneurial intention, but Wardani and Nugraha 2021 found entrepreneurship education has no effect on entrepreneurial intention. Next, Nasution et al. 2021 found that adversity quotient has a positive and significant effect on entrepreneurial intention. But Lauren and Puspitowati 2024 found that adversity quotient has a positive but insignificant effect on entrepreneurial intention. And last, Effendi et al. 2021 found that entrepreneurial intentions are mostly caused by student attitudes regarding students' interest in seeing business opportunities, having a positive outlook on things, and always being willing to take risks. The difference in research results between entrepreneurship education and adversity quotient with entrepreneurial intentions makes the entrepreneurial attitudes factors as the mediating variable for this research. Next, there are 8 research questions. The first and 6 research questions is direct effect, and 7 and 8 research questions is indirect effect. And there are 8 research proposals. Next, for the research benefits, there are theoretical and practical benefits. For the theoretical benefit is to increase knowledge and understanding of some of the factors that influence entrepreneurial intentions. And for the practical benefits, for the researchers is to have experience regarding research on entrepreneurship education, adversity quotient, entrepreneurial attitudes, and entrepreneurial intentions. For the State University of Jakarta, is to be a reference related to research on entrepreneurship education, adversity quotient, entrepreneurial attitudes, and entrepreneurial intentions. And for the schools, is to evaluating the program implemented at school to encourage students' entrepreneurial intentions. Next, green theory. The green theory using theory of planet behavior by Azen 1991. Azen states that the theory of planet behavior is the most commonly used theory to study intentions and explain individual attitudes towards behavior. And this picture is the role of background factors in the theory of planet behavior by Azen 2005. The factor adversity quotient and entrepreneurial attitude include personal factors, meanwhile entrepreneurship education includes social factor. Next, the definition of variables. It can be concluded that entrepreneurial intention is the desire that exists in a person to become an entrepreneur by planning an action to start a new business. And entrepreneurship education is a learning process that focuses on entrepreneurship to develop students' entrepreneurial knowledge, attitudes, and skills so as to influence students' entrepreneurial intentions. Next, adversity quotient is the ability a person has to face difficulties and challenges in his life by turning them into opportunities in order to successfully achieve goals. And entrepreneurial attitude is the form of the person's feelings, mindset, and reactions, either positively or negatively related to entrepreneurship. Results of relevant research. Lauren and Puspitowati 2024 found entrepreneurship education has a positive and significant effect on entrepreneurial intention. Nasution et al. 2021 found a positive and significant relationship between adversity quotient and entrepreneurial intention. Putri and Wardana 2023 found entrepreneurship education has a positive and significant influence on adversity quotient. Youngling and Hope 2023 found entrepreneurship education has a positive and significant effect on entrepreneurial attitudes. Maharani et al. 2020 found that adversity quotient has a positive and significant effect on entrepreneurial attitudes. The results of research by Lopez et al. 2023 found that entrepreneurial attitudes have a positive and significant effect on entrepreneurial intention. Research by Yulistia and Rahyuda 2023 shows the entrepreneurial attitudes are able to significantly mediate the effect of entrepreneurship education on entrepreneurial intentions. Maharani et al.'s research 2020 shows that entrepreneurial attitudes can mediate the effect of adversity quotient on entrepreneurial intention. And this is for the research hypothesis. First hypothesis until sixth hypothesis is the direct effect, and hypothesis 7 and 8 is indirect effect. For the research methods, the method using quantitative research approach, data collection technique by survey method, by online questionnaire Google form. The population for the research is 502 plus 11 students of State Vocational High Schools 40 and 46 Jakarta. With the sample technique using proportionate stratified random sampling, based on the Yamane formula, sampling error 5% gets 223 students. For the research methods, data analysis techniques, there are descriptive statistic analysis and quantitative analysis using SAM-PLS. SAM-PLS consists of outer model and inner model. The outer model consists of convergent validity tests, discriminant validity tests, and internal consistency reliability. And for the inner model consists of variance inflection factor test, R square, F square, predictive relevance, and PLS predict test. And for the hypothesis testing, there are direct and indirect effect analysis. Based on Lauren and Puspitawati 2024, the hypothesis is accepted if the test statistic value above 1.96 and p-values below 0.05. The hypothesis is rejected if the test statistic value below 1.96 and p-values above 0.05. Next, for the descriptive statistic analysis results. For the State Vocational High School for the Jakarta, the identity of respondent is 96 students, and for the State Vocational High School 46 Jakarta, there are 127 students, with the male gender is 39 students, and the female gender is 184 students. The major are online business and marketing. There are 48 students. Institutional accounting and finance, there are 48 students. Software engineering, there are 31 students. Governance and office, there are 48 students. Visual communication design, there are 48 students. Next. The following table shows the results of descriptive analysis of entrepreneurial intention, entrepreneurship education, adversity quotient, and entrepreneurial attitude. Consists of the value of mean, median, mode, minimal, maximal, and standard deviation. Next is outer model analysis results. This is the same PLS model after improvement, where the outer leading factor value is above 0.70, so that all items are valid. And for the outer model analysis results, this is for the FA value above 0.50 indicates that the model has met the requirements of the convergent validity test, while the Cronbach alpha and composite reliability above 0.70 indicate that the research instrument is reliable. And for the discriminant validity test results, discriminant test is carried out through the HTMT value. So the table shows that the value is below 0.85, so that it meets the requirements of good discriminant validity. Next, for the inner model analysis results, from the table, it can be concluded that the VIV values below 3.0 indicate no multicollinearity problem. And for the F square, entrepreneurship education on entrepreneurial intention includes small category. Adversity quotient on entrepreneurial intention includes small category. Entrepreneurial attitudes on entrepreneurial intention include medium category. Entrepreneurship education on adversity quotient include large category. Entrepreneurship education on entrepreneurial attitudes include large category, and less adversity quotient on entrepreneurial attitudes include medium category. As for the R square, the ability of entrepreneurship education to influence adversity quotient include weak category. The ability of entrepreneurship education and adversity quotient to influence entrepreneurial attitudes include medium category. The ability of entrepreneurship education, adversity quotient, and entrepreneurial attitudes influence entrepreneurial intention include weak category. The predictive relevance value shows that entrepreneurship education has small predictive relevance on adversity quotient. Entrepreneurship education and adversity quotient has medium predictive relevance on entrepreneurial attitudes. Entrepreneurship education, adversity quotient, and entrepreneurial attitudes has medium predictive relevance on entrepreneurial intention. Next, for the PLS predict test results, all items have a lower RMSE value than the RMSE value in the LM model, while the MAE value in the PLS model, there are 15 items, is mostly lower than the MAE value 6 items in the LE model. Therefore, it can be concluded that the PLS SAM model in the study has high predictive power. And next, for the hypothesis test results, all the hypothesis is accepted except the second hypothesis is rejected. And for the conclusion, first, there is a direct effect of entrepreneurship education on entrepreneurial intention. Second, there is no direct effect of adversity quotient on entrepreneurial intention. Third, there is a direct effect of entrepreneurship education on adversity quotient. Fourth, there is a direct effect of entrepreneurship education on entrepreneurial attitudes. Fifth, there is a direct effect of adversity quotient on entrepreneurial attitudes. Sixth, there is a direct effect of entrepreneurial attitudes on entrepreneurial intentions. Seven, entrepreneurship education has an indirect effect on entrepreneurial intentions through entrepreneurial attitudes. And last, adversity quotient has an indirect effect on entrepreneurial intentions through entrepreneurial attitudes. That's all for my research presentations. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.